On that note, it falls on my shoulder to introduce the founder and chief executive officer, Southern Africa Embrace Foundation, the one and only Dr. Sindy Zemura-Bernard. Round of applause for her.
Good morning, Your Excellencies. Please forgive me, I am exhausted. I think coming to the end of the beginning of something new, we often feel the fatigue, the jet lag, the anxieties, and everything else in between. Good morning, Your Excellencies. His Excellency Wamgele Mene, the Secretary General of the AFCFTA in absentia, who's represented by Ms. Marie-Clarice Avore Bekale, Principal Legal Officer at the AFTA Secretariat, Honorable Lariba Zuwera Abudu, Minister for Gender and Member of Parliament for Wale Wale. The Minister is actually on her way. Her team is here. We're just waiting for her arrival, which is why we're a little bit delayed. Vida Kessie, the Senior Program Officer representing the Minister for Trade. Honorable Nadia Ahmed Abdallah, former Deputy Minister of Youth and ICT Kenya. Ambassadors, UN agency representatives in the room, youth, ladies and gentlemen, once again, good morning and welcome to the fourth installment of the Women Lead Forum in Accra. I greet you with all my most humble respect and appreciation to those of us joining us physically here in Accra at this beautiful venue. Thanks to EcoBank for the support and the sponsorship. And to our delegates joining us online, I understand we have participants from Nigeria, here in Ghana, Uganda, Senegal, Rwanda, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, Ireland, Canada, US, South Africa, and Eswatini. Can we just give a round of applause to those that are online? I will not give an introduction of myself, which I think Adi and yesterday most of it was done. But just maybe to give an introduction to Southern Africa Embrace Foundation. We are an international development organization founded and located in Toronto, Canada in 2010. We currently work in 6 countries across the continent of Africa, including Zimbabwe, Botswana, South Africa, Lesotho, Eswatini, and Malawi, where we are in partnership with GGEM Farming, a farming organization that works with 25,000 Malawi farmers who farm rice and beans for our economic empowerment programs. Some might ask, what is Women Lead Forum and why? There are so many forums about women all over the world. Women Lead Forum is an initiative that we launched in Dar es Salaam in March of 2022. We gathered over 200 participants that came from the diaspora in Africa, and it was headlined by some of the most decorated and well-respected intergenerational leaders from various sectors. We were welcomed to Tanzania by Her Excellency Ambassador Liberata Mulamula, the former Minister of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation, who delivered the keynote address. She is another transcender and phenomenal woman leader who's currently running to be the Secretary General of the Commonwealth. We also heard a goodwill message from our pioneer, who has become the pioneer for Women Lead Forum, the former President of the Republic of South Africa, and former UN Women Executive Director, now Chair of the Umlambo Foundation, and the University of Johannesburg Chancellor, Dr. Phumzile Mlambo Ngcuka. This morning, she sends her regards to each and every one of you that are in this room, and she hopes that you will join us in Johannesburg, South Africa, with her in collaboration with Umlambo Foundation when we host the forum over there between October or November of this year. Since the inception of the forum, we've welcomed over 2,000 delegates in Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, and now we're in Ghana. The vision of the forum carries three main objectives: to launch a robust network of youth and women in various sectors of leadership for co-leadership, intergenerational mentorship, and networking opportunities; to galvanize and cultivate a continental-wide network of women and allies, working with our he for she's that are here in the room. Again, welcome if I didn't welcome you already. Business partners that will together co-lead and support causes that promote gender equality, the socio-economic empowerment of women and youth. To seek resource mobilization, continuous resource mobilization, that is, of an ambitious startup seed injection into the Southern Africa Embrace Foundation Fund, which we launched in Tanzania last year, for women and youth, a 5 million ambitious goal over 5 years. The fund will be offered as a seed capital for youth and women-led, youth and women-focused businesses and initiatives in Africa. The fund will be managed in Africa by women fund investment managers, and the fund will lead to long-term social and economic empowerment of women and contribute to the broader mission of increasing the role of African women across all aspects of equality, leadership, and the development of the realization of Agenda 2063 and the SDGs by 2030. Additionally, it will provide leverage for youth and women in trade to have access to potential opportunities available to them through the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement. The fund will be very vital to the farmers that are based in Malawi, such as the farmers that are based in Malawi, the artisans from Zimbabwe, from Lesotho, from Eswatini, who will be able to have financial access to trade, for youth to be able to start their businesses, and for collaboration continental-wide. As part of our many other initiatives, the SAE Foundation is partnering with David Akora Films under the Women Lead Project for the Southern Africa regional filming of The Rise, a film that we're all going to watch later today, A Journey to Africa for Financial Independence. The film is a documentary focused on the AfCFTA and its implementation. It highlights the social stories from the perspective of African women and youth who dominate trade across Africa and are likely to be vital beneficiaries of success. I believe that the AfCFTA is the future for now and for for now and for the future. We continue to raise our advocacy and the emphasis on the vital importance on women to lead, on youth to be seated at the leadership tables, for them to lead with passion, with purpose, and with vision. We need to stop dialogue fatigue, but we need to see change, and we need change now. Without taking much of your time, we have a very good program ahead of us. I would like to once again officially welcome you to the 4th installment of the Women Lead Forum, hosted here in Accra, and I hope that moving forward you may join us as we continue our continental-wide movement. I am glad to share, as I've mentioned, that the forum will be hosted in South Africa in October and November, but we've also received invitations from the government of Uganda. The forum will be led by the Minister of Youth and the Minister of Gender, and our right-hand man and supporter, the current youth advisor to the President, Mr. Daniel Obal. And so I invite you to consider joining us on this journey in any capacity possible to ensure that SAE Foundation, especially the fund, because it is for you, it becomes a reality that will, for decades, empower women and youth for our Africa and the Africa we want. I thank you.
Indeed, we need change now, and the time is now for women to lead with passion, purpose, and vision. One more time, let's do it for Dr. Sindy Zemura-Bernard. It is now my